All right, so for our first circuit, this next round, we're gonna have a tall kneeling overhead press. So we're gonna hold both up. We're gonna go single arm. So I'm gonna go 8 reps with this right arm, pulling the elbow down, pressing the elbow up. So I stay a little bit in front of my body in that scapula plane. 8 reps on the right, 8 reps on the left while I hold up. I'm trying to drive this up arm as high as possible. And then the other arm is active, pulling that elbow all the way down and pressing all the way up. I come over to my landmine. I'm gonna set up, toes are even with the first plate. I'm gonna squat down into my butt here. So my legs and my butt are my foundation, they're holding me. The handle goes all the way up against the collar here, so I don't want that handle way back and up close. I do not stand up in this position. I just row. Squeeze my shoulder blades together, pull them apart. Shoulder blades together, pull them apart. I don't stand up from here. I don't want this motion. I don't want this motion. I gotta keep my legs down. That's a lot of work for your legs. They're gonna be tired. You're gonna feel your legs. I'm aware of that. Stay in that low position. Row, extend. Row, extend. Stay low. Then we're gonna have parallel bars. If you don't have parallel bars, 2 benches, 2 boxes, something to get your hands up off the ground is fine. You can stack plates up, works. Okay? I'm gonna get a slider. I'm gonna kick my legs out and bridge hard, and then sweep back through. Push out, bridge hard, sweep the hips back through my hands. Push out, bridge hard, sweep back through. Push out, bridge hard, sweep back through. You're pulling from here in the lower abs. The higher your elevation, the easier this will be. So if I bring out my higher parallel bars, I can execute this a lot easier. Here. Slide out, sweep under. Slide out, sweep under. Becomes a lot easier. So the bench would be a little bit harder than these, would be a little bit easier than the low bars. So play with the height on that. A bench, maybe a plate stacked on the bench. Sweep your legs out, bridge hard, extend those shoulders, press hard. It's gonna be a lot of work on the tricep and the rear shoulder, and then pull back from those lower abs. When you extend, you're gonna feel those abs as well. We're gonna try to do 10 there. So we've got 8 each side here on the overhead press. We've got 10 reps here on the row, and then we're gonna do 8 to 10 here on our swing clean. We'll need to rest 2 or 3 minutes after that. And of course, we've got 4 single leg hinge for our first set. So we can go 2 hands here. That's gonna be a little more balance, okay? Here like this, and then hinging back up. I'm gonna create a little more stability so that I can get a little bit heavier weight and get a little bit better hinge, and then scoot back up. I'm getting low with my hamstring, and then coming back up, okay? Now, I'm not going to the floor necessarily. All right, I might make it to the floor, but what's going to depend upon how far I go is when I feel that good stretch in that hamstring. I got that good tension here, so here I would not reach to the floor. I'm scooping the whole pelvis back up under me, okay? I've got my hand out here for support, keeping the weighted hand close to my leg. I don't want it way out here trying to reach the ground. It's pinned back, creating that tension in that hamstring. So we'll do 8 to 10 of those on each side. I've got 2 bands attached to an anchor here, okay? It's gonna be necessary to use 2 bands. I've got blue. Blue's actually pretty strong, okay? Orange or red, they're fine too. I'm going to start with the band on my inside and my inside foot forward. I'm even with the band. So the band's not out in front of me. I'm even with the band. I'm gonna do a little jump switch with my feet and bring the band out. Here, then I'm gonna return. Here, then I'm gonna return. So I'm doing a little lateral chop, and you can see that band's pulling me this way. This exercise is not meant to go slow, it's meant to go fast. So here we go on full speed, okay? So we're always chopping towards the side of the front leg, okay? Just like that. Keeping that core engaged, pulling and rotating as we chop. Keeping yourself in the same spot. So as I go, I'm not drifting back towards the band. I'm keeping myself out here with tension. trying to stay in the exact same spot. We're gonna get 10 jumps, turn around, and get 10 more jumps. At that point, we're gonna be in a half kneeling position. All right? I'm gonna grab a dumbbell in both hands, and I'm gonna jump up and swing down. Up, swing down. Up, swing down. Up, swing down. Trying to keep my lower body somewhat still. There may be a little bit of forward back give. Chop up, chop down. I've got a 25-pound weight here. If we were doing work sets, I would probably go with a 40 or 50, so make that weight heavy. Ladies, start with that 25. Guys, start with a 40, 45-pound weight, okay? If it's too much, if you're out of control, or you're slinging it with your arms, back off, get the hang of it. Feel yourself throw from that core, and then control that descent. Sure, the gravity's pulling it down, but you're controlling it and able to send it back up the direction when you want to go. Again, 10 chops on each side. We'll complete 4 rounds of that, starting with the single leg hinge, 8 to 10 reps. Okay, then we're gonna go in the scissor jump, 10 reps each side, and then we have our chops, 10 on each side there, 4 rounds. We're gonna get a kettlebell, a dumbbell, a plate, a ball, it doesn't matter. We're gonna hold overhead, make sure that you don't lift your ribs and arch your back. We're gonna keep those ribs back, lift here. We're gonna step over, 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 over. Not letting those arms down. We're gonna do 10 step overs each direction. 10 to the right, 10 to the left. Keep yourself breathing. Don't cheat yourself. Don't start doing this. Get that big knee up, over, up, over. Make sure you don't short yourself on this. Then we're gonna fall back. We're gonna sit down. I've got an elevated surface. I can't do this from the ground. If you can do this from the ground, that's awesome. That's amazing. We're gonna keep our feet down. We're gonna roll back. We're gonna come up and we're gonna stand up. Okay? Sit back down. Lean back with your abs. Reach, come back up. Oh, you can see I jacked that one up. Good. Come down, use your abs to let yourself down here. Reach back, coming up, and then stand up. So we're using that whole front side to get from laying down to standing up. The higher you put yourself up on a box, or a bench, the easier this is gonna be. You sit on a bench and do this, you can do it pretty easily. Put yourself on the ground, it gets really hard. So I've got a short, I believe this is a 6-inch box. Yeah, 6-inch box here. So that helps a lot. So start with a 6, maybe a 12, or maybe an 8-inch box. That'll help you a whole lot. We'll do 10 there. Then immediately will come, you have a slant board. If you don't have a slant board, 2 plates, just put your heels on it. Will work great. We've got a goblet squat. We're gonna be right here, get that core tight. We're going all the way down, ass to grass, back up. And our idea here is that we don't stop moving. So notice I'm not moving fast, but at no point do I ever stop. I keep my chest up, I stay in my tiny little elevator, I pull myself straight down, I go straight back up. Pull down, be active, don't just drop. Pull down, stand up. We've got 10 to 12 there. We'll complete 4 rounds of that. So we've got 10 each direction with the overhead step over, 10 lying down to stand it up, and then 10 of our goblet squat as well. No rest. Excuse me, you're gonna rest for 2 or 3 minutes after each round. There'll be no break between reps in this squat. Keep them unbroken, keep them moving. That'll add some spice to it. Have fun. Thanks for the workout. If you have questions, shoot us a message, okay? Give us a like, share it with your friends. Appreciate y'all very much.